Hi guys, welcome back to another GGF video. Now, recently PCKSG has sent us the RealForce RGB keyboard by Topre. Now at first I kind of thought, yep, it's just another expensive RGB keyboard, but in this video it's not going to be the full review. I'll be doing that a little bit later on, but the most interesting feature about this keyboard is you have actuation point control. You can change the actuation points of the whole keyboard, all the keys, or the individual keys. You have ranges from 1.5 millimeters, 2.2 millimeters, and 3.0 millimeters. Now 1.5 millimeters is close to the Corsair speed switch. 2.2 millimeters is your pretty much standard typing speed, and they've thrown in 3 millimeters just to sort of throw in a curveball, which is a completely different feeling. Now I wanted to see if you could actually really tell or see the difference. I've seen quite a few reviews on this keyboard and no one has really pointed it out, and that's why you can see the camera dead shot in front of these keys. Now I've configured QWE to the 1.5 millimeter, and I've configured the ASD to 3.0. I'm not going to cover 2.2 because the difference between the 1.5 and 2.2 isn't that much, and it might be hard to pick up on camera. So I've gone from 1.5 to the 3 setting, and what I'm going to do is going to throw up some text and sync it up to when I press the keys, and you can really see that the top row here, that when I press that down for 1.5, as soon as you put your finger on the key, it starts to trigger, because 1.5 it has less distance to travel. Now being 3, it has 3 millimeters, has double the distance. So with the A, I can really get quite a lot of pressure movement going down before it actually works or sort of actually triggers a keystroke. Now the software is really nice. You can actually change the actuation points via the keyboard itself, just via a FN and then an hotkey. You can cycle through the 1.5 to 3, but if you want to do individual one, you need to throw up the software, and I was quite happy with the software. You've got a lot of other cool things, like you've got RGB control for the num lock LEDs, the caps lock and so on. You can swap the caps and control keys around in the software. You can do it via the keyboard as well, and you've got key lock settings. You can lock any key on the keyboard you want, and of course you've got some pretty funky RGB modes. So what I'm going to do now is just throw the APC, which is the actuation point changer control. We'll go to individual. So at the moment, blue, it sort of just defaults the colors. Blue is 1.5, green is 2, and 3 is green is 2.2, and the red is 3.0 millimeters. So as you can see, I've got all the keyboards set to the 1.5, and I've got 3 set to the ASD. So we'll just cover the Q and the A. So Q is 1.5 and A is 3 millimeters. So I'll fire up Notepad here and we can actually see. So when I go to press Q with the Notepad, so I'm just putting some little bit of pressure on it, and you can see that Q is coming up. So this is pretty much close to your speed switch. You can just see the moment I go down, I pretty much can't really control this to not press the Q. So now let's just enter a new line. Now as soon as I start pressing the A, see, it's just not picking it up. See, I'm putting so much pressure on there. So I got 1 then, heaps of pressure. I got 3 so far, and I've probably pressed the key about 20 times so far. So look how far this is going down, all the way down. It's nearly bottoming out. A few more there. And if I go back up to the Q, once again, bam, as soon as you push down. So it actually really does work. I wasn't quite sure. I kind of believed it worked, but no real reviews I saw actually showed it. And I don't think there's any keyboards out there that you can actually do this. And as you can see, going to the A again, it's just completely different feeling. At first, I really didn't pick it up. I just quickly changed it, started typing, but until you actually do this test, you can really see that that A is just not even, until you sort of smash it down like this, then it's working, but just slight little movements like this, it's just not picking up the keystroke. And then if I go back to the Q again, straight away, bam, as soon as you touch it. So gaming, that'll be sweet. The guys at Topre actually worked out roughly 250 ways, 250 different actuation point settings, but they worked out the human can't really detect any more than the 3 that they've chosen. That's why they've just gone 1.5, 2.2, and 3.0. So really cool feature there. Like, I don't think I've seen any keyboard that you can do that. So I've been using this for about 2 weeks at work now, and I'm just blown away at how well I can type. I can set it to 1.5 when I'm gaming, 2.2 for typing, and I really haven't tried the 3 too much. That's, as I said, they sort of threw it in there as a curveball, which is completely different to most keyboards out there. But anyway, that's just what I wanted to cover on this way, that it actually does does make a difference changing the actuation settings. You can clearly see when you push it down. It doesn't change the tactileness, the clickiness like a blue switch. These are Topre's own switches. I would say they're similar to a blue, but the actuation point is clearly just how far it travels down. So I don't think you can change how clicky it is, how soft it is, stuff like that. So I would say they represent a cherry sort of brown. They're not clicky, but you can definitely see and feel the difference with changing the actuation points. Anyway, that's pretty much it on this quick little look. I will cover this keyboard more in a full depth review. So I just want to thank you for watching and stay tuned for next time.